All right, the Steelers are going to find themselves in a very difficult division, a very difficult conference. We're going to find out about their schedule coming up this week. You know who they're going to play. It's going to be when they play, Monday night, Sunday night, whatever the case may be. Jason Mackey, let me ask you about the Steelers now. A lot of people nationally are saying they could be a playoff team. Their schedule could be doable. I mean, you never know that until you play it. Do you have them as a playoff team?
Well, like 19 get in these days, right, Pomp? I mean, they can be a playoff team and still not fare well in their division. I think fringe. I mean, borderline fringe to me. I don't see them being a whole lot better in the division. I still look at this Lamar Jackson coming back, what the Bengals have. Like, I don't see the Steelers after their draft suddenly shooting to the top of their division. I see them maybe finishing third, and where that lands them in the rest of the AFC, a possible playoff team. I don't think it's a lock.
Pains me to agree with this guy, but I think they're a 9-8 team, and like he said,
why does it pain you to agree with me?
They're a 9-8 team, and if it gets them in, it gets them in. I don't know, but I don't see a marked advancement, and I don't see a marked pull back from the Pittsburgh Steelers. They'll be a 9-8 team. That's what
mostly
they are.
Because of their division.
Their division, and I don't think they're. They say they're much better on paper. They feel better on paper. The division's pretty good, and I don't know how much better they truly are.
It warms my heart to agree with you, Jason. I'm privileged to agree with you.
Thank you, Chris.
I don't think
checks in the mail, bro.
I feel better if you're a Steeler fan about where they're at now than maybe last offseason. You didn't know about Kenny Pickett. There was questions there. I think the proverbial arrow is pointing up. These are the cliche. I don't know if they've ascended to. They're in that next tier. I don't think they are an AFC title contender, but I also don't think they're amongst the bottom feeders either. And you're right now at 7 teams make the playoff. That puts you right there. You know, and if nine wins will probably get you in. So you're within a game or two. No matter what, they should be in the playoff race. I don't see any reason why they wouldn't be that. I don't think they're any worse than last season. If you go by the second half of last season, they're probably better than 9-8 team.
Lamar Jackson back, signed. Is this good news for the Steelers? A lot of people out there who watch them play against Lamar Jackson say the Steelers can handle him. Is it good news for the Steelers?
They have his number to this point. I don't think that can continue. I think that the more Lamar Jackson plays for the Baltimore Ravens, the worse chance you have playing against him and winning. It's a matter of him being healthy. And so that being said, yeah, and it's also that much money tied up in a quarterback in a cap league is not conducive a lot of times. But I'm not on board with this huge celebration from Steeler fans saying, oh, my God, it's the greatest thing that's ever happened to the Steelers. If he's healthy and he's on the field, you don't stand as good a chance of winning.
Yeah, I don't love the deal, Pomp. I mean, if I'm running the Ravens, I'm not sure I would have ever done that deal. That's a lot of money, and I don't like building my team that way. But if I'm the Steelers, I would be aware of the threat that is Lamar Jackson. I don't think he's overrated as a quarterback. He can beat you. I think they've sort of lucked out to this point that he's been unhealthy.
It was inevitable. You shouldn't celebrate the Steeler fans, but I think Steeler fans were talking for this first couple of years of Lamar that eventually that contract's going to change. And here's the thing: they never really did a great job building a great team around him with the low cap number, right?
Yeah.
Let's face it.
True.
That was one of the big problems with Lamar Jackson was the weaponry around him.
Yeah, well, they brought in Zay Flowers. They brought in OBJ. We'll see what that means when we come back. New York brought in Aaron Rodgers. What does that mean? We'll talk about it next right here on the #1 Cochran Sports Showdown.